Okay, hi
Shall I go
Trish.
ahead?
Hi Trish, my
Okay.
name is Ash Singh. How you doing?
Hi, Ash. My name is Trish. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
So I'm the founder of Charter Leads, an online platform that connects travelers with passenger and cargo charters. I've worked in aviation for more than 25 years and noticed that private jets do not fly as much, but aircraft like to fly and stay in the air just like fish like to be in the water. The more you fly a plane, the better it performs, and a better performing plane gives a lot of benefits to travelers and to the operators. Now, business aviation is a productivity tool that nobody really thinks about. Companies that use private aviation perform more than 23% better than companies that don't. So we're looking to give more people access to the benefits of private aviation, and we're doing this by utilizing AI, machine learning, and data to be able to better connect people with the right aircraft at the right time to give them the best value. We're looking for $500,000 to be able to make this a reality, to improve our systems and better connect people.
Got it. Great, great. Nalay, feedback, sir, on this. Go ahead. Nalay, what we'll do is if you just jump off of mute, sir, it's a lot easier. So thank you. You're still on mute, sir.
Okay, sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sorry about that. I was mentioning that it's a good pitch. I think the focus on business, productivity and using at private jets and private jet charters, for business productivity. That was an interesting angle that you brought in. That kind of I wouldn't think of, but I think one thing is just explaining. Right now, for many who are not from the industry, private jet seems to be something like the Kanye West and Drakes of the world could afford, and it's something like seems like a far from it's a very expensive kind of ordeal. But tell me how expensive does it really get? Especially if you're using it with the efficiency that you're talking about and you bring into the table. How much expensive it is, because I think that element was missing about how do you actually make it it's not the same as your economy class flight tickets, but but it's still comparable, right? So tell me a little bit about that, because that might be helpful.
So the cost of private jets depends on the size, and the size of the jet depends on how far you want to travel. So if you travel like intercontinental, you need a long jet because you can't refuel in midair. But if you were traveling like for a short trip, you can get an aircraft that prices start at $1,500 per hour, which means that for short flights, you could be looking at something in the range of, say, $5,000. And if it was a team of people traveling, that would make it very comparable to taking a private business class flight.
Yeah. So I think that's important. Like, that for the same price that you pay for a business class, you could actually get a private jet and, make it more efficient for your employees to kind of use that. Right. And I think that thing is something which is, I think, which is kind of lost on everyone. It's kind of a secret, that because you're from the industry, and that, some investors even they might not know about. Right. So I think that's that's one key element that I think was missing that I would like to highlight.
Yeah. So Trish, and we've spoken a little bit about we know a little bit about the business. You said about private planes. How often are they grounded on average? Are they on the ground like when you think about a typical capacity of a plane for a typical commercial plane, the private jets are on the ground like what? 75% of the time, or what's the number? Do you have a number on that? I like to know numbers.
So private aviation, from my experience, fly about maybe 100 to less than 1,000 hours a year. So a commercial plane can be maybe doing 1,000 hours a month, whereas a private jet is maybe doing 90% of that.
So what you're saying is that like basically 1/12 of the time, right? It's like 8% capacity, right?
Yeah, it's
Planes
not being
planes are,
utilized very much.
if my math is good, right? No, like 8% capacity. They're flying at 8% capacity, right? Okay, right. All right, you need 500K, and let me see if I can pitch this idea back. Right, Trish, I'm going to give it a shot. All right.
Sure.
And we'll see how it goes. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I know that we went a little bit long, but the show must continue. We're going to go up. Trish, you get to be investor, okay? And you're going to leave for your private jet, okay? Right? That you actually probably have access to, right? So we just pretend we have a private jet, but you probably have access to one. So we're hitting the top, and we're going to start right when we hit the top. Are you ready, Trish?
Ready.
Okay.
Hi, Ash. My name's Trish. Very nice to meet you.
Hi, Trish. My name is Ash Singh. I'm part of the Charterly team. I don't know if you know this, but the world has kind of changed after COVID. Okay. You see, travel is evolving. There's a lot of different things going on. And I've been in the airline industry, in the charter space for the last 25 years. And I think there's a beautiful moment now for us to innovate the industry, specifically in the private jet space. I don't know if you know this, but most private jets spend 92% of their time on the ground when they should be in the air, okay? And what we've discovered now is that medium to large enterprises are looking for private travel for their high-end employees, right? Their executives and management and stuff like that. So what we want to do is we want to create a platform where executives of some of these medium to large enterprises can buy memberships with us, and we can continue to fly them around the world safely, on time, on schedule, using our private jet platform. We're going to start off in Toronto and get Torontonian executives to San Francisco and New York and around the world using our platform. And we're looking for $500,000 to get this going. And as the world comes back from COVID, we want to make sure that we're here to ride the wave with Charterlift. We'd love to chat for a coffee. Okay? Is that okay, Trish?
Yes, yes.
All right. So that, and again, you don't have to give me feedback. That is the, but I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Trish, again, thank you.